A lot of people are waiting for that "I'm proud of you," a pat on the back, a hug, something to say that what they've done in their life has been acknowledged and it's been validated. It matters. But the thing about waiting for someone to say that you have done enough, you're waiting for permission to start seeing yourself as enough. Now that you've done everything you needed to do to get the acceptance, to get that validation and feel special, now you can feel like, I am good enough. So what if that moment never comes? You find yourself on your deathbed thinking back to the things you didn't get to do because you were so busy waiting for that validation and doing the things that you thought would get you that validation. Maybe you followed the script to the T. You did everything that was asked of you. You did the things that nobody else did in your family. You didn't even think about what you wanted. All you knew is that if your parents are proud, then you've achieved your life's mission. The thing about living for someone else is that you're not living for you. And what that tells you is you're not worth living for you. Your life is meant to be about you, regardless of your parents' unfulfilled wishes and dreams. It's your life. You deserve to live it for you. There are so many things you haven't even considered that you might want in your life that are right for you. You've been so busy looking at everything that's expected of you or that's wanted from you, you didn't give a second thought to what you want. And maybe you didn't know that you're allowed to have wants, to have needs, to have a vision of your future that you can actually make a reality. Your life doesn't have to be someone else's second chance. You were not put on this earth to be a puppet. You were not put on this earth for someone else's benefit. You are here for a reason and you deserve to find your reason. Stop worrying about this whole idea of it's too late for me, because it's not. There is no such thing as too late. This whole concept of at this age, it's too late for me, or I wish I'd done this, there's no point. Throw that out the window completely. If you haven't lived your life for you, it's not too late to start. It's not easy. Of course it's not easy. The most successful people are the ones who have stories, and those stories have tragedy and despair and grief and heartache and pain, so much pain. And they overcame it. They had to overcome all those obstacles, even when things seemed impossible, even when they hit rock bottom. They had to get back up. You have that same chance. Forget about us versus them. If they did it, it doesn't mean you can't do it. You don't need to think of yourself as being in a category of people who stop trying, who stop caring, who just survive rather than live. You can be part of the category of people who make a difference, who take action. Your life deserves that. You deserve that. You can find out what you want for your future and you can have that future. You will have to fight for it. It's not going to be easy. But it's also not easy being in the situation you are now, living your life for someone else, thinking of every decision you make as, is this going to get me the validation? Is this going to get me the I'm proud of you? When is it finally going to happen? And how much energy are you wasting on waiting? That same energy you can put into you. You can put it into taking care of your own needs and making your dreams happen. It's your life. You don't need to wait for permission from someone. You don't need to wait to get the pat on the back or the I'm proud of you to start living. Regardless of your culture, upbringing, regardless of all these things that you feel are obligatory, you don't have to put yourself last. You deserve to be there for you. Because at the end of the day, when you're gone, that's it. The last thing you want is to have regrets. Regardless of your fears, when you follow your path, the path that is right for you, and stop worrying about what anyone else would do in your position, that's when you truly feel like you've lived for you. You're not going to regret the decisions you made that have given you that sense of fulfillment. You have to choose you in order to feel like you deserve the world, that you are good enough, you are important enough, you are special enough to choose your own path. It doesn't matter what you hear from other people. It doesn't matter if they don't give you that validation. That doesn't mean you're not worth it. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be happy. You were born deserving that happiness. It's up to you to get it. You could be going through a hard time in your life and it could feel like there is no way out. You're too far gone. You've done too much. You've made too many mistakes. You can't undo that. You cannot turn back time. But what you can do is have a fresh start today. You can have a clean slate if you choose. It doesn't need to be clean by other people's standards. It just needs to be a new chapter for you that you've chosen. If you choose to be a different person today, it doesn't matter who you were yesterday. Society, people in your life, they might not understand. They might still think you're the same. But as long as you know that you have put yourself first and you are making the changes that you want to see in your life, you're going to be happy. You're going to feel like you matter. You're going to feel like you're good enough. You won't be looking for the I'm proud of you or the pat on the back anymore, because you'll have given that to yourself. And the pride you have in yourself, that is the most powerful thing that you can get. And you can get it whenever you decide. That's the thing about being on your side, being your own best friend, being your own cheerleader. You don't have to wait for it to happen. You can choose when it happens. Other people's actions, you cannot control. You cannot control their reactions, whether you get validation from them or not, even if you're doing all the right things. But you can love yourself. You can love yourself right now, regardless of what you've done or haven't done. Your future can start whenever you want. Just tell yourself that you deserve it, because it's true. Once you really believe it, there will be nothing stopping you.